Alexia from the Face Shop. I'm actually the makeup artist here, and I'm here with our model Jian today. I'm going to be showing you some tips on how to do party makeup and how we could make it just a little bit more standoutish, so you could stand out in a crowd, but in a natural way, not in a bad way. Okay, so let me just start out with the base. First, I'm going to start out with the primer just to give her a smooth look. So, and you could just apply this like a lotion. Just make sure you put a nice even layer all throughout the skin. Give yourself a massage while you're doing it as well, just to get the blood flowing and stuff. After that, we're gonna start off with our CC cream. The best way to apply any makeup is just to, at first, just kind of swipe over all your face. Don't worry about getting anything even right now. Just swipe your face all the way down. What we're gonna do is just start patting everything all in, so it just gives you a nice and even smooth layer. So I'm just finishing up her base. As you can see, just have a nice even layer like so. And then we're gonna start with, just set it with a powder. Usually with the powders, you always wanna kind of rub it in like this so that you don't get one powder in one section so much. So make sure you rub it in really nice so it's just like flat and even. And then all you're gonna do is just dab. Make sure you don't swipe, always dab, just like that. This will ensure your makeup to stay on longer. It will also help your skin to look much smoother, and your makeup lasts longer as well. If you are concerned about like corners and edges, you just want to fold the puff like this and just get it in the corners of the nose and then the eye socket area. Okay, that's it. Great, she looks perfect. Now we're gonna start doing the contour on her face. I'm just going around her hairline, making sure that her face looks a little smaller. Like I said, the thing that you wanna do is just make sure you draw like an oval on her face, and then you wanna just cover that whole area, okay? Don't worry about it like being uneven now, because we're gonna blend it all in later. The other thing that you wanna contour is from the top of her ears to the corner of her mouth. You wanna make a contour right there. And just like that, okay? And then we're gonna just sharpen her nose area. Same thing, this still goes with the contour. You wanna go from her eyebrow all the way just straight down. And kind of put like an arrow shape in the middle and just color the sides in so your nose just appears a little higher. Now we're gonna move on to the highlighting. I'm just gonna give her some brightness under her eyes so we could get rid of the dark circles, make her look bright as a whole. We're gonna put the sparkle right around her nose area and then on her forehead. And then right there where her Cupid's arrow is, and then just a little bit on her chin, okay? Now with the blending brush, I'm just gonna kind of blend everything in so that you don't see any lines anywhere and everything just kind of goes in smoothly. Now I'm gonna start with her eyebrow. The most important thing when you're drawing your eyebrow is you wanna make it fit your facial structure. So from your Cupid's bow to the front right here, this is where you want your eyebrow to start. From the cupid's arrow to the middle of her pupil, this is where you want your arch to be. From the cupid's arrow to the end of your eyes, this is where you want your eyebrow to stop. Okay, and so I'm gonna draw it according to her facial structure. At first, don't worry about your eyebrows appearing dark or anything. Usually what I like to do is just do this and then get a Q-tip and blend it all in. This gives a more natural look so that it doesn't look like it's drawn. So I just finished up touching up her eyebrows. As you can see, she has really nice eyebrows, so I just kind of went over her line. I know it may look like, you know, stand out, like you can only see her eyebrows right now, but honestly, once we have all her makeup on, that's gonna be totally toned down, so you don't have to worry about that. So now I'm gonna start on the eyeshadow. And what we're gonna do is use a little bit of bling to make it stand out in the parties, but not in the wrong way, using the right bling, and I'll tell you how to do that right now, okay? So now I'm gonna start on her eyeshadow. At first, what I like to do is just kind of make a nice canvas for myself. So I just kind of put like a white shadow just as a base, like making a new canvas for myself, all over on the base of her eyes. Great, just like that. And then I'm also gonna put this on the bottom of her eyes to make her dark circles go away and just to make her eyes kind of stand out. Chiyoung's gonna be wearing a red dress, so I'm not gonna go as far as to use a red eyeshadow, but I will use a little bit of pink so that it kind of color coordinates with her dress, okay? The way I like to start this is just kind of by starting out with like neutral and even colors, and then going to the top of her eye fold and just coloring all that base in. Like you're just putting a second layer. And then I'm gonna go with the darker color. And I'm going to just kind of give her depth in her eyes. And how you're gonna do that is when you open your eyes and then you see the fold right here where your eye socket is, that's where you wanna kind of put the darker color and then kind of just make a little shape according to the way you want your eyes to be shaped. Can you open your eyes? See how Chiyoung's eyes is like really, she has big eyes and so it's really pretty, but what I'm gonna just do is kind of make this go in a little bit and just give her a little bit more of contouring just right there in her eye socket so that it gives her eyes a little more depth and makes her stand out a little bit more. Okay, now that I'm done with her depth, I'm gonna kind of give her a little bling right here. And I'm gonna do that with a much lighter colors so that we could really make it pop, but still make it natural. Even though her dress is red, you probably don't wanna wear red eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna blend it all in so that it matches with the red, not necessarily that it's a red color. The top, I'm just gonna use this again and then kind of give her another layer. And then after this, I'm gonna blend it all in. Okay, and as you can see, now that I blend it in, you can see that the color has pretty much dissolved a little bit. Don't worry about that because all we're trying to do is at first just get what we want our eyeshadow to look like. And we could always give depth into it later. Now what I'm gonna do is kind of give her an eye line with the shadow that we're using. So with the contour line that I used over here, I'm gonna make an eye liner out of it. I like to use eyeshadows. Look up for me, look up. Here you go. And you're just gonna put it on her hairline, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna do her eyeliner, but I'm gonna use a tear shine. I like using tear shine for, especially when you're going to a party, because it kind of gives you that little pop and it makes your eyes sparkle. So I really like that. And all you're gonna do with this is just put it in the corners of your eyes. So just like that, you can see her little tear shine just in the corners right there. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna just give her a little bit more bling. I think she could use. So I'm just putting a dark eyeliner just on her hairline over here, so that you don't see the whiteness of your eye fold right there, okay? And then I'm gonna do the top eyeliner now. So first, I like to start out thin, so just so I could see what it looks like, and then we could build from there. So open your eyes. So as you can see, I just made her eyeliner thick enough so that you could still see her fold. You don't want to make her whole folded eyeline, and usually Asian people have smaller folds and smaller eye folds, so you don't want to make it too thick, okay? And just to give her eyes a little more depth, what I'm gonna do is just make her another eyeline underneath her eyes. I'm just gonna make it a little bit darker than I did before. And then just for some fun, I'm actually going to put a little bit more bling to her eyes. Just like that. So it looks natural, but you could still see the little bit of bling to make her eyes pop, but not too outlandish, okay? Now I'm going to do her mascara. I'm just going to use the eyelash curler. And the best way to apply mascara is basically kind of going in a zigzag and then bringing it up to your eyes, okay? So you're just gonna go like zigzag and up, zigzag and up, zigzag and up, just like that. So you see how a lot of Asians' eyelashes don't naturally curl like a lot of Americans do. So what we want to do is kind of make it a little bit more curly, and I have a special trick that I'm going to show you. So I'll show you after I'm done. I'm going to do her bottom lashes now. And the special trick that I'm going to show you is when your mascara is wet like this, you just want to put your fingers and just hold it like this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just build it all the way up, up. And then curl the tops like that. And open your eyes. And see how it just gives you that natural curl? So that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, be careful when you're doing this. I'm a pro, so I'm gonna use the scissors. But usually what I do is open your eyes. When I see anything that's clumped up in her eyes, I'm just gonna separate it with this so that all your eyelashes are nice and separated and even. All right, just like that. So we're just gonna separate it really nice so that her eyelashes look nice and full, but we're also gonna put fake lashes, so it's not done yet. So what I'm gonna do is just to bring out her dress a little bit, since it's gonna be red, I'm just adding a little bit of pinkish, reddish, but not totally red. Just a little bit of pink right here so that it shows and it matches. And then we're also gonna match her lipstick with the eyeshadow so it all comes together, okay? So I just added a little bit of pink here. When she opens it, you could just see it just barely at the top here, but that's how we want it. We don't want just pink all in our eyes, right? Okay, all right. So I think I'm satisfied with that. And then I'm gonna start with her lips, and then we're gonna finish off with the contouring, and then we're done. So what I like to do is I'm gonna use this lipstick on her. This is a PK 105. It's a mixture of like brown and hot pink together. So now I'm gonna put the lip liner on her, and the reason why I'm putting the lip liner after the lipstick is so that we don't have like a thick lip line, because that's like old style in the 70s. We wanna be hip and modern. So I'm gonna just gladate it with this. And as you can see, her lips at the bottom is much thicker than her top. So we're just gonna draw around this line to make her lips a little fuller on the top too, so it evens out. So just like that, I just kind of made her upper lip right here a little thinner and put the line outside of her lips. And I'm not gonna use just this one color. I always like to mix it so you look a little bit more different. So I'm gonna add a little touch of brown just to match her point over here, okay? So now that I am done with her lipstick, I'm just gonna put a little bit of brown lip gloss so that it matches her eyeshadow as well. And I'm just gonna put this slightly over it, just tone down the hot pink a little bit. Now, ladies, I know that whenever you guys do lipstick, you guys always go like that. That is not how you do lipstick, okay? You have to go like that. So it just gets the end here so you don't get lipstick on your teeth, okay? Just like that. So it only covers right here, not your whole lip, because then your lipstick comes off and you don't want that, okay? So we're pretty much done. All I want to do now is just finish up her contour and just give her that solid finish look, okay? So again, around her hairline. She has a tight jaw right here. Remember how I told you to make a circle or like an oval shape, and anything that falls out of that, you want to put your bronzer. And so this is what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do too much over here because she already has a sharp jawline. We don't wanna make it sharper, okay? Again, I'm gonna just finish off by putting some more of the lighter powder underneath her eyes so her eyes don't look like she has like dark circles or anything, and she looks bright and happy. And I'm just gonna finish it off with her blush. I just wanna make it a little bit more darker than it is right now because we kind of blend everything out so much. And then now once again, we're gonna finish off with the highlighter contouring. And this again is gonna go under her eyes, make it bright, over her nose, and then a little bit on her forehead, so her forehead is popping out and this is the side of her face is going in. And then just a little bit right here on her chin so it doesn't look like it's sunken in. So basically the key to highlighting is anywhere you want your face to kind of stand out, that's where you want to use the highlighter. Anywhere you want your face to kind of sink in, that's where you want to use your bronzer, okay? So I think we're done. This is our new party look. She's gonna look very natural. Once we get her dressed up, I'm gonna show you some tips on how to do body makeup as well, okay? Okay, so now our model, Cheon, has her dress on, so I'm gonna do some body makeup on her. Normally, when you guys are doing this at home, you probably wanna do it without your clothes, but since we can't have her naked, we're gonna just compromise, okay? I'm just using, eliminating, you could use like a primer or you could use a highlighter, anything like that. And I'm just gonna rub it on her body like that, just like lotion. And you'll see the shimmer coming on kind of, you see it? And after that, we're just gonna set it with a highlighting powder. The most important part is this part right here. Okay, that's where you want it to highlight, you know, and you want to show the highlight. And then over here, you just kind of want it to grade down so that it just looks natural. Okay? And we're just gonna finish her off with an accessory. You could do like that. Okay, do you want to stand up, Jan? All right, so this is the finished look, so I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at inspiration.enterprise@gmail.com, or you could call me at the Face Shop at 720-255-2422. And the only thing that I want to tell you guys is that I always like to keep it natural. Even if you want to stand out at a party, you want to stand out for the right reasons. You don't want to be too blingy everywhere, and you don't want to have, you know, different colors everywhere. It'll kind of confuse everything. So just to kind of bring all the whole look together, you just want to match your eyeshadow, your lipstick, and your outfit all together so it all just comes together and flows. Okay? I hope you guys really liked what I showed you guys today. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next time. Bye.